In this video, I will cover layout customization as well as graphical user interface navigation. In a previous video, I mentioned that you can customize your own layout. As you get started with the NRG editor, I would definitely suggest you to stick with the default one that are already there for you. But as you become more and more familiar, you might require more customized, specialized layout for the type of work that you will be doing. And there's an easy way for you to do it. All you have to do is to first click on the list of layout and click the new layout button. Automatically a new layout will be created for you. Give it a sweet name, my layout. And now my layout is available from the layout list. I can toggle it and cycle just like any other layout by pushing Alt left or right to switch between. Once you have a new layout, the first step that you have to do is to start splitting in a generic direction. So using the editor menu, you can either choose vertically or horizontally. I'm going to choose horizontal. You can repeat the operation using the editor menu to continue to split each and every cell independently, or you can simply use your mouse and keyboard. To do that, first select the handle, then click the Alt button and drag in the direction you want to split. Keep those control down until you find the right size of the region that you're looking for. Take note that if the handle, the visualization bar become gray, it means that you don't have enough space to create a new editor. Just going to backtrack a bit, create an editor here, and now each of these cells that we have can have an editor, multiple editor inside. As you start adding editor, stacking editor, you're going to see that the space here of the tab become very, very narrow. In order to be able to scroll without selecting the actual tab, you can either right click, that is going to go automatically select the scrollable control in the back of enabled control, an active control, and you can start scrolling. Alternatively, you can use also Alt key and push the left mouse button, which is going to allow you to scroll. Each of these cells, as mentioned, can have an indefinite amount of editor, unlimited amount of editor. To move an editor from one cell to another, all you have to do is to click on the tab, drag it over, and drop it in the header of the region, the other cell that you want it to be. Just like this. Drag, drag. We can continue to split even if there's an editor. Just like that. If we want to merge two cells, same process. Select the handle in center, but this time we're going to push the control key and then drag in the direction that we want to merge. So if I want to try to merge this one with that one. So the outliner, as you can see, will be stretched out. If I do the opposite, first split, I'm on this one here and want to go this way. Now my outliner will be automatically deleted. So based on the direction that you want to merge, you're either going to expand editor or get rid of some editors. Let's try to create a more pretty functional layout here. Let's move the property here. Let's move the view 3D over there. Keep our console here. At any time also, if you want to reset the scroll of any scrollable area, just simply double click and it will reset. Same goes for panel. I was explaining earlier that you can scroll automatically by using right click. It is the same with any other control, including text area. So let's say that I have an active control here, like my axis X here. I'm just going to use right click, drag down, or Alt left click, drag down. You can see that there's an indicator on those kind of control, those kind of panel, that show you that there's actually something below here. So to drag it back up automatically, simply double click and you got it back. To sometimes, like an example in the properties, properties can be very, very long sometimes, especially when for physics properties, there's a lot. So to scroll faster, to go search a specific property, which you can do, and this works for everything else also. Tabs, panels, text area, text editor. It works everywhere. What you can do while scrolling, either with your right click or your alt left click, you can hold the shift key, and this will accelerate the scroll. So to go search a property or to drag some text like very fast, you can simply hold the shift key and just, scroll, and it will accentuate the speed of that specific of your scroll motion, of that specific scroll motion. We have seen how to create a new layout. Now let's delete it. If I click the delete button here, it's gone, and I automatically go back to the one just before that. At any time, if I'm really not satisfied with any of these layout, I can simply get rid of all of them by clicking the layout button and clear all layout. Now everything is done. My only option here is to create a new one. By default, there's two type of layout that you can that are pre-programmed. There's a minimal layout that basically condensed all workspace in one workspace, all the different editor located at specific sections where they actually make sense. So you got the more compact view while having access to all possible editor. The second one is the one that comes by default when you open the NRG editor. This one is, as mentioned in a previous video, more optimized on a per task basis. You can always restore that one if you want. Take note that as soon as you save your project, your layout will be saved along with the project. I don't have a project loaded right now. That was just, to show you. But if you have a project, you don't have to redo those tasks over and over and over again. It's also a one-time thing, and it stays along with your project settings.